a massive trade empire worth billions of dollars, completely frozen for over a year. Suddenly, during a high-stakes summit in Beijing, a breakthrough happens. China reinstates export licenses for hundreds of American beef processing facilities. Major corporate giants like Tyson Foods and Cargill are suddenly back in business. But just as the agricultural sector starts to celebrate, the story takes a wild, unpredictable turn. Within hours of the announcement, the digital portal flips back to expired. What exactly is happening behind closed doors between the world's two biggest superpowers? Is this a genuine step toward economic peace? Or are we witnessing a brutal game of psychological warfare where global food supplies are used as a poker chip? To understand the gravity of what went down this week, we have to look at the devastating numbers. Over the past year, the American agricultural sector took a massive hit. More than 400 U.S. beef plants found themselves locked out of the Chinese market. Permissions that Beijing had originally granted between 2020 and 2021 were simply allowed to lapse without renewal. The impact was immediate and severe. U.S. beef exports to China collapsed, with trade volume dropping by nearly 50% and total export value plunging by almost 70%. For American farmers and ranchers who had seen trade peak at $1.7 billion back in 2022, this freeze felt like an economic chokehold. Fast forward to the highly anticipated summit in Beijing. With agricultural trade frozen and economic tensions escalating, the White House made it clear that agricultural access would be a top priority on the negotiating table. High-profile American CEOs, including the chief executive of Cargill, accompanied the administration directly to China. During the bilateral meetings, the Chinese leadership called for expanded cooperation in areas like trade and agriculture, stating that a stabilized commercial relationship benefits both nations. On Thursday morning, it looked like the diplomatic pressure had worked perfectly. Chinese customs data updated to show that the long-awaited 5-year licenses for over 400 American plants were finally active and effective. But in the world of global geopolitics, nothing is ever quite as simple as it seems. Just hours after media outlets reported that the trade freeze had finally thawed, sharp-eyed analysts noticed something shocking on the official Chinese customs website. The registration status for those hundreds of American beef plants, which had briefly read effective, suddenly reverted right back to expired. Phone calls to China's General Administration of Customs went completely unanswered. Industry experts and analysts quickly pointed out what was really happening. This sudden flip-flop wasn't a technical glitch. It was a highly calculated signal. Beijing was explicitly demonstrating that they hold the master key to American agricultural profits, playing the license renewals as an active card in ongoing bilateral negotiations. While Washington and Beijing engage in this high-wire act, the rest of the world is watching with absolute anxiety. South American exporters, particularly in Brazil, are paying incredibly close attention. China is currently Brazil's largest beef market, and Brazilian exporters have been moving record amounts of meat to satisfy Chinese demand, putting them on track to completely exhaust their fixed trade ceilings ahead of schedule. If American beef processing plants are fully restored and allowed to fill the remaining market quota, it completely reshapes global competition. The anxiety felt by global exporters proves that when the United States and China negotiate, the economic shockwaves are felt across every continent. The rapid shifts on the Chinese customs portal reveal the true nature of modern trade diplomacy. It is a world where billions of dollars can be unlocked with the click of a button and locked away just as quickly to maintain leverage. As the summit concludes and negotiators continue to hammer out terms behind closed doors, American farmers are left waiting in suspense, caught in the middle of a geopolitical chess match. The licenses may be fluctuating between effective and expired, but one thing is absolutely certain: the battle for dominance over global trade is far from over. How do you feel about the way global trade negotiations impact local American farmers and ranchers? Do you think utilizing market access as a negotiation tactic is fair game, or does it create too much economic instability? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you want to stay informed on the shifting dynamics of global economics and true breaking news, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next analysis.